do 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 do. Here we go. We're turning in. Don't make the mistake of thinking that the bus lane is the turn, because you'll go in that pit. But here we go. Do 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 do. Watch the road, Paul. Do 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 do. I think that's Lucho. Do 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 do. Doesn't matter. He's nice. Do 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 do. Gotta get up. Boop boop. Get out. Get going. Taking a risk, taking a chance, not knowing. Over the bridge, go south to somewhere. That's the way to the fisherman's landing, but we're not going to turn there. The main entry to Corazon's right here, and it's really quite pretty.
Boom, boom.
A la derecha es Corazon de Oro. We are here. Do, do, do. Here's one of our comparables on the left. But we really want Corazon de Oro. We'll take a look at that later as a bargaining point. Here we are at the entrance to Corazon de Oro. I don't know if this is our 5th time, our 3rd time, or our 1,000,000th time here, because it's all just been a blur. But we've gotten a sunny day again. And so here we go, folks. We're gonna give you the tour, and we're going to sing the song, the bona fide Going Down to Panama song. We've done it. We've come on down to Panama. We've spent a lot of time, and we are almost certain this is going to be our perfect paradise. I'm going to stop the video. We'll merge them later. Paul and I are going to go out and perform our now almost famous, for certain, renowned representation.
I drank water, I'm
of,
sorry.
doesn't matter. Paul's worried he drank my water. Do you know how happy I am that Paul's drinking water? Please, love, drink more. We brought a gallon with us. So, if you think living in a wet climate means that you don't need water, think again. So, back here, folks, are some very, very lovely neighbors. We've met them. I'm with Three Stooges. He knows that's one of my pet peeves, but I love him so much he gets away with it. So, we're really happy because back here, mask.
Yeah, my mask is in there.
But you have to find it and put it on.
Yes.
Okay. Esas mujeres son la familia. Yeah, come on. Esas mujeres son la familia del espíritu de Paulo y Janine, pero J9 es más fácil. J9 es mi nickname. Mitchell, Denise, mi ladies. Es su casa y su familia vivir aquí en desear. Paulo y yo estamos desear toda esa familia de nuestros vecinos y de mi familia de espíritu, con permisión de Dios. Es posible. Gracias. Ahora, video más. Adiós, amigas. Y mi familia de espíritu. Crece fuerte. Nutrición. Bienestar. The daughter. If you want to need any more synchronicities, her name is Mitchell, which is the Spanish for Michelle, one of my best friends on earth, who is probably one of the reasons Paul came into my life, because she's my son's godmother, and her husband, who is now passed away, was my son's godfather. And it was the week that Mitchell's husband died that I had so much sadness, because so many people I loved had died, that I was overcome with sadness and grief. And it was at this time that I said a prayer to God. Adios. I prayed to God. I prayed to Saint Michael for protection, to Archangel Raphael for healing, to God, and to my father, who was dead already, because I was in so much pain. I also explained to them that because most of my family has passed away, that I just have my son and my sister left in my immediate family. And I started to cry. I started to cry, but I explained to them, all along I have known that I would find a spiritual family somewhere in the world. And God has led us here. We don't know how. The universe has led us here. We could talk for hours about the synchronicities. I just spent about a half an hour or more talking to this family in Spanish, relatively fluently. My Spanish is taking off unbelievably since we're here. And what I explained to them is the mission that Paul and I have for Grow Strong with Wellness, and to place our Panamanian business, Crece Fuerte, con Bienestar, El Terrano, and El Frente, the beachfront lot in front of the Living in Panama house. And I just explained to the neighbors, and there's another neighbor, you can't see him through there. His name is Lucho. He's a very good man. We already met him last week. We met them last week too, but I didn't talk to them as much as I did today. Today, I had the chance to explain to them what Paul's and my vision is, what our mission is. I was able to explain very clearly that we are good people with pure hearts, and that our main purpose in life is to help others grow strong with wellness. What the family now understands is that Paul and I hope, and that our purpose for this is to create a center with a community garden of tower gardens, jardines torres. And we explained to them that we hope to bring wellness to all the people of Panama, because I understand that conserving water is very important in Panama. And I'm noticing that this is dripping. I'm going to tighten the valve, because agua es vida. Do, 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 do. You had to get up, get out, get somewhere. Came over the bridge, came south to nowhere. The water here is clear and singing out to us. We hear it, tell us, can you hear it calling? Come on down to Panama, get on the quickest flight you can. Come on down to Panama, we know for sure the time is right. Gotta get up, get out, get going. Taking a risk, taking a chance, not knowing. Weekend down so we could see if we'll be better. Probably we had to stop our stalling. We came on down to Panama with our suitcase in our hands. We came on down to Panama. This just might be our promised land. I can picture you and me running barefoot on the beach, just like in the tropical shore. We can be the pretty people playing guitar down on the sand. I smile at you, you take your hand. I can feel my heart beating, getting stronger now. It's beating. Boom, 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 boom. Going down to Panama. We walked right through the looking glass. Came on down to Panama. He got the car and bought the gas. People try to get away from me, but there's no way. We're on the elevators singing. Oh yeah, wish you were coming to Panama. Get on the quickest flight you can. Wish you were coming to Panama. We know for sure the time is right. Wish you were coming to Panama. If only in our dreams tonight. Wish we were living in Panama. This just might be our promised land. So come on down to Panama. This just might be our promised land. Come on down to Panama. Get on the quickest flight you can. Come on down to Panama. Do 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 do. Come on down to Panama. This has got to be our promised land. It's got to be. You can't imagine how many locals we have met. All the families behind have joined in. We've spoken with them. We've explained our dream to manifest a truly supportive of Panamanian native culture here, to build a community garden center back there of Tower Gardens. And all of this is free and clear. We plan to make a negotiation for this lot to live on for our Grow Strong with Wellness, Crece Fuerte con Bienestar, and the Community Garden and Grow Strong with Wellness Center. We have many friends who are interested. Just so you know, we are trying very hard to negotiate. We don't know if we'll be successful, but we're trying very hard to negotiate the keeping of Lot 6 as a community park. This mango tree lot and their pledge to maintain a community park and an open space for Panama is the biggest attraction that this had to us. It's the law in Panama that there's public beach access for all Panamanians. All of this will be owned by those of us who buy here. So their access route has been moved to over here. Sorry for the sun flare, but actually that kind of looks cool. God's shining in on us. He's sending his light beams on down. This is the area that we're trying very hard to negotiate. It should become part of the community association bylaws that you keep this. Both because of your pledge that the plan for this neighborhood is to have a community park here where there could be gatherings, hammocks, maybe a little gazebo, kind of a rancho like there is down there. But one of the biggest things that we also said is stewardship of the earth, protection of these sacred, life-giving trees is part of our dream. We're trying to make a case that not only would it be the wrong thing to do for the community for the Panamanian community, for the vision of Corazon de Oro, and for what they promised. They didn't promise to keep it, but the picture they painted is a bona fide community park here, an open space area. The back is for sale if somebody wants to live behind it. This cannot be built without cutting down the sacred mango trees. We're hoping they will agree. We're trying very hard to negotiate. They keep this as part of their master plan. They write it into the community association bylaws because this is the neighborhood access. At one time, all those people who live back there could access this beach any place they want. And they could hang out here anytime they want. And as you can imagine, given the shade and the fact that it's right next to one of the access points to the beach, and down at the end is one of the fishermen's, not a major access like at Pez de Oro, but a pretty significant number of fishermen use this beach. And so the law in Panama is you must preserve access to the beach for Panamanians. Everybody has to be able to have a rite of passage and some form of community area. No question, this is owned by Betsy and Ren. But what sold us on this project was their commitment to preserve it. We're going to try really hard. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so you can see the waves breaking off the shore here. So we're heading down. The tide is coming in, so it's not quite as easy to see them, but just going to give you one last panorama. Down there is Puerto de Muelles. The far end is El Punto. There's a turtle rescue down there. I'm totally interested in being a part of that. And going towards the east, that was the west. Going towards the east, the little rancho. It's just a nice little cabana kind of thatched hut. Paul and I ate lunch in there last Saturday. I couldn't believe it. I was out here in 83-degree weather, about 96% humidity. We ate lunch under there. We were on this land for about 5 to 6 hours. And of course I was hot, but there was a tremendous offshore breeze. Never felt uncomfortable. And the minute you get in the shade or go into whatever portion or all of your home you choose to air condition, I can live here in heaven for the rest of my life, even though I am a hate hot weather and humidity person. I now love humidity because since I've lived here, I don't live here yet. Since I've been visiting here for just a little over a week, I feel like I look about at least 5, maybe 10 years younger. The moisture has really alleviated wrinkles in my face and smoothness in our skin, and we feel just vibrant and alive. I'm going to try to come back in a little more so they can see down there is almost as far you can see as Pez de Oro, and there's a spot where the fishermen keep their boats. Cool thing is, anybody who cares for seafood can buy it at beachfront here any day. So one last panorama. We hope you come on down to Panama. There's safety in numbers. We're going to make an offer this weekend, possibly tomorrow, but we promised that we'd have a decision by Saturday. I feel pretty sure that Paul and I know, after all of our due diligence, after all of our research, we have been assured by our attorney she can mitigate the risk, and we have never felt more certain that God is guiding us. He's part of our plan. We already know we have other friends interested. HB, we're talking about you, because this is a stand up for health kind of community. So pray for us. This is what we're hoping to negotiate. And if so, anybody else who's interested has their pioneers. We're willing to take the risk. We came on down We got on the quickest flight, actually second day, because we needed to get a COVID test. But we got on the quickest flight we could, and we came on down. It is like walking through the looking glass, but by God, we believe this is all of our perfect paradise. We'll let you know how it goes. We will recommend the person to help you if you decide that you also want to come on down to Panama and be part of what we believe really has the possibility to take off very soon as the Corazon de Oro project. Oh my gosh, I've got to zoom because in comes one of the fishermen. So these guys fish out there, and then they come land right down here. Look, they're all going out for their evening catch. Morning and evening seem to be the best times. They go out at relatively high tide, because at low tide the water's fairly shallow. Interesting thing I discovered last week, though, is when you're swimming off that shore, there's a drop off, and once it drops off, it's pretty deep. So it's gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Did I mention stunningly amazing? We're gonna call that, with this last panorama, as we're losing the light, we're going to call that our attempt to manifest the dream. We think this is our future home. We hope you agree. We'll let you know how it goes. Everybody, cross your fingers. We think this is our perfect paradise. Adios, amigos.